listeners with a phone number. Let's do industrial. And then let's say taxes between, 10,000 plus. So you have 17,000 properties that are industrial in the entire state of New York. Okay. And just to give you some reference, this is industrial. We'll do sales within the last 12 months. There was 480 industrial buildings that traded in the last 12 months with a tax minimum of 10,000. Okay. Now, obviously, that means a lot of crap up north, right? If we go to, instead of industrial, multifamily, in the last 12 months, you have 2,400.
Does that include like a lot of that is
two families is 1,800, three families is 900.
Yeah. So I understand that, but most of that I think is duplex, right? From what I'm seeing
This is
here.
no, look.
It's residential.
I'm showing you right here. 1,768 of them were two families. 2,400 were. Now, obviously, look, if we want to get really specific, because and obviously sometimes it doesn't have an exact number, but 5+ units was 1,500 properties in the state of New York. All I'm trying to say is that's 3 times. This is not two families. This is 5+ units, commercial properties, 1,500 versus 400 industrial, right? 480 industrial. Now, let's remove the multifamily and let's go to retail. In retail land, shopping centers, 450 in the last 12 months sold. Now, obviously, if you do everything, which includes, restaurants, car washes, repair shops, 731, right? If you want to also include like commercial general, which is like mixed use assets, and the same here, you have almost 500 retail. So what I'm trying to say is, and again, this is tax amount above 10,000. So this is not like tiny little baby stuff. Okay.
Right. Larger. Yeah.
Right. So again, the reason why I even bring up multifamily is because it's 3 times retail. It's 3 times industrial. So it's a decent chunk of your market. Right now, I'm not telling you that if you don't want to prospect multifamily, that's fine.
I will prospect whatever I have to prospect to get the gears going. It's just, I guess, look, I'm coming in here with a preconceived notion, right? Yeah. Obviously, you're ahead of me in this, and I'm just coming in from a notion based on my experience, right? And the rent stabilized stuff. So when I'm calling these multifamilies, and I'm coming across a lot of crap, right? A lot of stuff that has 15 units with 10 tenants that are paying $600. What do I do?
Which is reality. And look, what I'm trying to say is like rent stabilization, okay, rent control is also all over the fucking state of New Jersey. It's not like I'm unaware of rent stabilized and I don't know what that means, right? Like, as in, like, it's not like New York is the only state with that type of asset, and it doesn't mean that people aren't buying them. California, people are buying them like fucking hotcakes, and it's like the worst state in the entire world to buy multifamily. I can't even understand why people want to buy in California. You know what I mean?
Right.
The insurance sucks. The fucking rent stabilization is garbage, right? And the politics is worse, right? Like, so people are buying like crazy though. So like, just to give you some reference, if we just let's do a couple counties you like. Yeah, give me a few.
Westchester, Orange County.
Hold on a second. Westchester County. All right.
Orange
County. If we look at these 3 counties, let me get rid of New York because I was skewing the data.
I mean, I can call Bronx, New York as well, but
no. But watch. Look. This is just facts. Okay. This is like we're just looking at data. New York City okay.
Too, but I don't
look at how many multifamily properties above 5 units sold in your 3 counties in the last 12 months. Yeah. 19. Crazy. That is terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
Right. Now, again, let's get rid of the units, and I'm going to get rid of multifamily. In the last 12 months, 925 properties sold. Okay. Now, the biggest chunk of that is what? Now, you had 52 industrial. You had 86 mixed use. You had 63 retail. Multifamily. Okay, here you go. Multifamily was 177, but if you just do 5+ units, it takes you down to 19, which means that a lot of them were probably pretty small. or they just weren't correctly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these counties, it's mostly residential. I don't mind calling New York City either. I can call New York City as well. I just don't know the difference in demand based on because everything is rent stabilized there. It's everything.
Yeah, so like look, but watch this, right? So now if we just do what is it, New York County?
New York City is Bronx County.
Oh, Bronx County. Okay, cool. Let's
Yeah,
do Bronx County just to look at numbers for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
391.
Well, now it's 391 include. Yeah, if we just looked at Bronx, and now it jumped up drastically, right? So now multifamily 5+ units. So we were at 19. Now we're at 166.
That's where the turnover is. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of it is in the Bronx. Now, obviously, Bronx like that doesn't count. I don't think that counts.
Doesn't count. That's only one county of New York City. There's also Queens and Manhattan and Manhattan, Brooklyn, everywhere else, which I don't mind. Again, calling those. It's just I'm sure there's demand.
Yeah. So, all I'm trying to tell you is that like there's a lot of money to be had here. And I'm just telling you not to. I'm just telling you not to ignore it. That's all.
Yeah. So if you were me, right? If you were me, would you call? You would probably call multifamily. Like, say,
do you have any? Like, let's start from square one.
Okay.
What do your buyers look like right now? If you had to say, do you have any commercial real estate buyers right now? You had one that's looking for up to $8 million for what? Multifamily.
I have one that's looking for up to $8 million who wants multifamily in Westchester. That's it. Like.
Westchester County.
Westchester County, 8+ units, right? Yeah, so that's one. I have a couple of off market, like I have a guy who buys retail, if it's value add. I have a guy that's in Westchester. I have a guy in Orange County who buys industrial with value add.
Okay.
I have someone who's looking for like a warehouse. Otherwise, I mean, I just have a shitload of investors that have just called me over the year. The investors that call asking for deals and you just plug them into the CRM and they're just sitting around. I have a shitload of those.
What I want you to do, okay, let's start with step one. Step one is understanding what your buyer list looks like, okay, and organizing it into a specific VIP list. These are people who are vetted, who are qualified, who are active today. And if you brought them a legitimate property that meets their criteria, they're going to transact.